My brother-in-law hacked into our shared family cloud to steal our baby name, then announced it at his gender reveal party in front of 60 people, but his face went white when my wife asked him one simple question. My wife's brother, Grant, has been copying me since the day I proposed to Leah, and I mean down to the smallest detail. When I proposed at the Botanical Gardens near the Japanese bridge, Grant proposed to his girlfriend Heather at the same exact spot 4 months later. Same bridge, same sunset timing, same photographer angle. He even used the same ring style from the same jeweler. When Leah and I honeymooned in Portugal, Grant booked the identical trip 6 months later. Same cities, same hotels, same tour company. He tagged us in comparison photos like it was some kind of inside joke. When we bought our Craftsman-style home with the wraparound porch, Grant put an offer on a Craftsman 3 streets over within the year. Leah used to brush it off, said Grant just looked up to me, that maybe he didn't have his own sense of direction. Then Leah got pregnant, and Grant's behavior shifted from copying to hunting. Suddenly, he was obsessed with our nursery. Every family dinner, he'd find an excuse to wander upstairs. Every visit, he'd ask what names we were considering. When Leah mentioned we were keeping a list in our shared family cloud folder, the one we use for vacation photos and holiday planning, I noticed something strange. The folder had been accessed from Grant's IP address 11 times in 2 weeks. I checked the activity log. He'd been opening every document, every photo, every note. Then I found it. He downloaded a file called Nursery Ideas that Leah had created. Inside was a rough list of names we'd brainstormed early on, before we'd made any real decisions. I showed Leah. She didn't believe me until I pulled up the timestamps. Grant had accessed our folder at 2 a.m. 3 nights in a row. She went quiet for a long time. Then she said, "What do you want to do?" We created a trap. I made a new document in the cloud folder called Final Baby Names, Don't Share. Inside, I wrote in detail, "We've decided. Lennox James for a boy, Marlo June for a girl." Leah cried when we picked Marlo. It was her grandmother's middle name. This is the one. None of that was true. Leah's grandmother's middle name was Ruth. Within 48 hours, the document had been opened twice from Grant's IP address. He even downloaded it to his phone. 2 weeks later, Heather announced she was pregnant. They were due 8 weeks before us. Grant stopped asking about baby names entirely after that. He seemed confident now, almost smug. At family dinners, he'd bring up how prepared they were, how they had everything figured out already, how they'd picked the perfect name. I kept quiet and waited. Grant and Heather planned an elaborate gender reveal party. 60 guests, catered food, a massive balloon display in their backyard. The whole family was there. Leah was 7 months pregnant, uncomfortable in the heat, but she wouldn't miss this for anything. After the balloon pop revealed pink confetti, Grant grabbed the microphone. He was beaming. He looked directly at me across the yard and announced his daughter's name to everyone. "Her name will be Marlo June." The crowd cheered. Heather wiped happy tears. Grant kept staring at me, waiting for my reaction. I smiled and clapped along with everyone else. Then Leah raised her hand like she was asking a question in class. The yard went quiet. "Grant, that's beautiful," she said warmly. "I'm curious though, why June?" His smile flickered. "What do you mean? For the middle name, June. What made you choose it?" The silence stretched. Grant's mouth opened, but nothing came out. Heather looked at him, confused. Leah kept going, her voice sweet and innocent. "Because when we were considering Marlo, we almost used June too. But then I remembered my grandmother's middle name was Ruth, and June didn't have any meaning for our family." Grant's face went gray. He glanced at Heather, then back at Leah. "I just thought," Leah continued, "since you chose June, there must be a special reason. A family connection, maybe? Is June meaningful for Heather's side?" Heather shook her head slowly. "No, Grant picked the name. He said it just felt right." 60 people stared at Grant in silence. His grip on the microphone went white knuckle. He mumbled something about the name just flowing well and quickly changed the subject to cutting the cake. We left 20 minutes later. In the car, Leah exhaled like she'd been holding her breath for months. That was better than I imagined. Our daughter's real name is Gemma Ruth, after Leah's actual grandmother. We'd chosen it before we even knew Grant was snooping. Heather called Leah's mom yesterday, asking if we'd finalized our baby name yet. Apparently Grant has been insisting we copied them, and she's starting to have doubts. Leah's mom said Grant has asked her 4 separate times if Marlo was ever actually on our list. We just keep saying we haven't decided yet.